Hi everybody. In this video, I'm going to talk about why artificial intelligence tools will not do it all for you. They say they will, but they won't. We're going to talk about learning, AI tools, the learning journey and destination, what it should be, what it is for some, and should we believe all the marketing hype on the AI tools. And we're going to touch on what does it take to learn? What does it take to build your brain and your skills? There are lots of promises from artificial intelligence. You've seen the YouTube ads promising that AI will do it all for you. One company's ads, I've seen dozens of them, and I've seen them hundreds of times, it seems, before I can hit the skip button. They promise they will write for you, create an outline, create a good writing product, correct your writing, change your writing. They even promise to read for you and summarize a reading to save you time, to save you from actually having to read it yourself. There's prompts I get from YouTube, LinkedIn, Google products, Microsoft products. Draft it with Copilot. Try writing with AI for social media. Imagine we're reading other people's social media posts drafted with AI. Google prompts to help me write even before I've even started writing. It promises to polish my writing. Folks, AI is a tool, and humans have used tools throughout history. AI is just another tool. It's a new tool, it's a powerful tool, and it does have the ability to change things. Education, learning, people, society. Now, we can debate about these changes. We can debate about whether the changes will be good or bad, and we should realize that any tool can be used properly for good, it can be misused by accident, and it can be deliberately used to do something bad. We've heard this phrase a lot, right? It's about the journey, not the destination. You know generally what this saying means. As a lawyer, I realize, and a teacher, that words and phrases mean different things to different people. Now, obviously, the destination matters. It is about the destination too. So let me revise this phrase and let's talk about the journey and the destination, because it's about both of these things. But the purpose of the phrase is it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey too. So let's talk about each of these. Let's examine what do we mean, what do we want when we talk about the journey. And let's examine what we mean, what we want when we talk about the destination. We can see clearly that the journey with AI is different from the journey without AI. But we also need to examine whether the destination is the same. Is it a shortcut? Does it get us to the same place? Or does it get us to somewhere different? So that's the question. Are AI tools a shortcut? If they're a shortcut, then they get us to the same destination, because a shortcut gets you to the same destination as the longer route. The journey's different. The journey might be shorter. Maybe the journey's easier. Maybe that means it's better, but maybe not. But let's examine that. We've all walked somewhere. We've all driven somewhere or been in a car that got us somewhere. We start somewhere and we've got a destination we want to go. And one route might take us the long way. One route might take us the quicker way. We could call one route the scenic route. We could call the other route the direct route. Maybe that's what we call the shortcut too. In this diagram, they both get us to the same place, and we can evaluate which route we want to take. The journey's different. One shorter and quicker may be easier. Maybe that's better, maybe not. You get to choose, right? With the scenic route, if you're driving, maybe it took you 2 or 3 days, but maybe you saw wonderful things along the way and it was worth it and you had the time to spare. With the direct route, maybe you got there in a single day. Maybe you took the interstate and it was 10 hours of driving, and maybe that was perfect. It got you there quickly to where you needed to be, but you saw just 6-lane highways and you stopped at, it seemed like the same rest stop. So you decide which route is better. They got you to the same place. And many people deliberately choose the scenic route. Some choose the direct route. Now let's talk about AI tools. And now I've changed the labels. Instead of calling it the direct and the scenic route, we're calling it Route A, Route B, and we want to talk a little more. Let's call it the desired destination now. That's where we want to go. And let's also introduce the concept of the destination we get to while using an AI tool. Now, I put it there for now, but we'll return to that later. And let's talk about the desired destination. What's the desired destination for you? If you're a student in college or high school or graduate school or law school, might be an assignment submitted. If you are submitting something for your supervisor, your boss, a report, that is getting that report submitted. And then you want to get the grade you want. Maybe you're happy with a C or a B, or you want an A. You want the feedback you want. Maybe your boss says, hey, that's great. But let's think about the other things that might go with the desired destination, especially in learning, that you put in effort, that you learned, right? You gained educational value, that you practiced and built your abilities and skills. With what kinds of things? Well, you need abilities and skills reading, thinking, writing, editing your writing, and that you gain confidence in yourself and your skills, that you know how to do it, that you've built those skills. Anyone who's played baseball or soccer or any sport or done any craft or activity knows you need to practice in order to get good, and that you've improved yourself. So these are the things I would say should be your desired destination. Not just submitting the assignment and getting a grade, but doing all of these other things are part of the destination where you want to be. Now let's talk about your destination with an AI tool, and let's think about where that destination is. Is it near your desired destination, having done all those things, or is it somewhere else? So let's talk about that. If you use the AI tool, we need to think about where that takes you. Do you get the assignment submitted? Yes. And you get it submitted quickly, right? Because that's the promise of AI tools, that you can do it quicker, easier, simpler. Did you get the grade or feedback you wanted? Maybe you did, but you expended less effort. Now, for some people, that's a good thing. Less effort, less time. It was easier. The tool made my life easier. That's what a tool is supposed to do, is what a lot of people are thinking. But we also need to consider, was there less learning value for you? What was the educational value for you? There was less practicing, less building of your abilities and skills. Yes, it was easier, but sometimes with that effort and struggle and difficulty, that's how we get better. You did less reading. It summarized the reading for you. You didn't read it yourself. You did less thinking, less writing, less editing. You gained less confidence in yourself and your skills. There was less improvement of you. So I would suggest it took you to a different destination, and you need to ask yourself, because only you can decide, is this your desired destination? It is possible the AI tool takes you to a different destination. A destination just steps away from your start. A destination where the only effort you put in was some copy and paste into the AI tool and out of the AI tool, and just a little bit of touch-up, which means no effort, and you did not travel to the desired destination. Folks, you decide. You decide what you want to be in the future, what you want to learn and how you want to learn, and what tools you will use and how you will use those tools. You decide what kind of a thinker you will be, how educated you will be, how thoughtful you will be. And remember, education does not come from college credits or from a degree. Education is from your learning. Some people get a degree, but not the education. You decide what type of a consumer you will be, what type of a citizen you will be. And you decide, even though we are bombarded with ads all the time, we're affected by our social media feeds and what content is served to us. There are many trying to influence us. Some are trying to sell us things. Some are even trying to manipulate us. You get to decide how you want to learn. So some key points to remember is that learning is both a process and a journey. It's not just a destination. It's not just about submitting an assignment or that report for your employer. Do not cheat yourself of the process of learning. And shortcuts don't always get you to the same destination. You need to put in effort, and learning comes only with your effort. If you want a deeper understanding, see my additional resources and put in that practice and effort to build yourself so you understand better. References are in the video description. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my website, johnbandler.com, and I have other references on learning, artificial intelligence. Check out my video and article on scaffolding, layering, and learning. Thanks for watching. You take care.